So one conversation we have with lawyers all the time is, should I just build an in-house team or work with an agency? Isn't it cheaper just to hire some people than to pay this agency, this huge agency fee every month to work with them? And the answer is maybe, but if you're going to make that decision, you better start looking at some of the pros and cons and actually comparing apples to apples, right? So let's take an easy example. You got two full-time employees, they're making $60,000 a year. So that comes to $120,000 a year in the cost of those full-time employees. But hold on, wait, there's more. You've got to take in consideration payroll tax, bonuses, all the overhead that's associated with them, office supplies. They probably aren't bringing their own computer. In fact, they probably shouldn't be. You probably should be supplying them with some office equipment versus the agency where it's an all-in cost, right? The other thing too is that you've got more flexibility working with an agency. But the other thing is that even if you have two really good experts in their fields, maybe you've got one very specific like SEO person in-house, and maybe you've got a more general person that kind of handles your marketing strategy more holistically, you're still lacking a lot of different expertise across the board when it comes to digital marketing. Who's going to run your search ads? Who's going to run your social media? Who's going to manage your paid media ads? Who's doing your split testing? Who's running your email marketing? Look, that stuff adds up pretty quickly. And all of a sudden now you've got these two people and they're like, oh, you're expecting me to work 120 hours a week to be able to do what the agency's going to do. Just make sure if you're having that conversation with yourself about in-house versus agency, you take into consideration all those different costs. And then here's the big one: management. Are you going to spend time managing these people? Because your time's not free. Agency, maybe you have a weekly check-in, monthly reporting call, a quarterly business review. In-house, you've got daily, what's going on today? Maybe you have to have a stand-up meeting. You got performance reviews. Are you delegating that? Or are you spending your time on that? There's a lot more cost involved than simply salary. So if you're making those kind of comparisons between in-house and agency, make sure you take a really hard look at all of the different costs and all the time investment that you might have to make in order to support those full-time employees.